Breaks All the Dogs is finally out. That's why I will show you how to easily cook up some R&B inspired samples. Let's get it. This idea started with these vocals that I found on Splice.
Look, I was stuck, wasting all my time, thinking you were mine. Don't say it ain't so.
And that's super dope, but to get that vintage sound, I had to do a couple of things. First of all, I pitched it up by 6 semitones, so it sounded like this.
Look, I was stuck, wasting all my time.
And then I chopped it up into the parts that I like, which are those right here, to give them some bounce. This part basically repeats all over again. Then I went on to the effects. First of all, we got this reverb, make it a lot more wet, give it some room. Next, we got this EQ to cut out most of the highs, because for those vintage samples, you want it to be right in the center. Then I added this vintage chorus. I just played a bit with the level section right here. And then we also got this chroma tape stereo just on 10%, just to give it like a little bit of a tape stereo effect. And then we ended up with this. You can definitely hear this goes into the direction that we want. Once I got that done, I went into Keyscape and I grabbed the LA Custom C7 wash piano and laid down some simple chords. Of course it wouldn't sound like this without a bunch of effects. That's why I added some RC20 first, just to give it that vintage character. We got the VHS preset. There are not too many things that are more vintage than VHS. I just turned off the digital. I thought it wouldn't suit that piano well. Then I have this tape simulation again. This time we kept it by 100%. And then there's also an EQ again to cut out the highs and put it into the right spot. So let's hear the difference with the effects and without the effects real quick. So this is what it would sound like without the effects. And now with the effects. I mean, it's day and night. So if you want to come up with some good R&B chords, just open up your favorite browser and then go on YouTube and just type in most common R&B chord progressions or something. Then you will find those dudes that just showing their piano and playing those chords. I'm talking about these videos where these piano guys just show like their piano and like play stuff, and then there's like a diminished 7 whatever piano chord. And since popular songs use the same chords all the time, you can just go in there, look for some chords that you like, build up some chord progressions with it. And that's how you can easily come up with some good chord progressions. But let's move on. Then I bounced out everything, and first of all I went in, copied our piano, made it unique. Then this came out and I just went in, reversed it, and took that last chord, which is the longest, and reversed it kind of to build up the tension. You can hear that in a lot of R&B samples. So and then we got this. Then I also made another instance of this piano unique and pitched it up by 1 octave. Then I also took out a lot of the highs to bring it into the same spot again. And this just fills out everything that we have. Then I also copied this piano into this Twilight flute key, and this sound already had that vintage character. We just cut it out the highs again to bring it into the same spot, but I needed no more effects. It just adds a lot more of this warm sound to the sample. So those are the sounds that we already have together. Next I added this bass sound to fill out the low end. And to spice things up, I added this little melody on top. It's the exact same preset that we already had for the main piano, and I also wanted it to have the same sound as the main piano, so I put it to the same mixer track so that we also have the exact same effects on this. And to not overcomplicate it, I took this part right here and pitched up by 1 octave in the second half. That's all the magic. That's pretty much everything. Finish up everything, I arranged the sample, laid out the stems, and then I bounced everything out. Then I pitched it up by 1 semitone, put the mastering clean and open on it, and this little EQ to clean it up, and this is our final sample. Woo! So, and if you also want to know how to make these rap banger beats for Drake, you should subscribe real quick, as I will drop a video on how to make these aggressive rap beats next. See you there, peace.